Hi, myself, I'm R.Bhushan. Namaskar, मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों. Good evening, Honourable Prime Minister ji. This is the program for you and for the people of our nation. It will cover your per-day efforts for the betterment of the nation and suggestion for you so that we can make this country more glorious in the whole world. This is the photograph of WHO Global TB Report 2016. India has the highest burden of MDR RR-TB. India has the highest burden of MDR RR-TB. Tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is caused by an airborne infectious agent, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It is an ancient disease and continues to be the second largest infectious killer worldwide after HIV. Tuberculosis is believed to have been introduced into the human population with the domestication of the cattle around 5000 BC. The causative agent of human tuberculosis is very similar to the bacterium Mycobacterium bovis, which causes TB in the cattle. The sign of the TB have also been seen in the fragments of the spinal columns of Egyptian mummies of 2400 BC. Since it first appeared in human population, TB had plagued a large population of the world. According to WHO, every third individual of human population is latently infected with TB bacterium. Every third individual of the human population is latently infected with the TB bacterium. The most important fact of today's are fungus immune to drug is secretly sweeping the globe. The rise of Candida auris indicate that, like bacteria, germs are growing resistance. In May, an elderly man was admitted to a Mount Sinai hospital in Brooklyn, US for the abdominal surgery. A blood test revealed that he was infected with the newly discovered germ is as deadly as it was mysterious. Doctors swiftly isolated him in the intensive care unit. The germ fungus called Candida auris, Candida auris, Candida auris, Candida auris prey on the people with the weakened immune system, and it is quietly spreading across the globe. Over the past 5 years, it has hit a neonatal unit in Venezuela, swept through a hospital in Spain, forced a prestigious British medical center to shut down its intensive care unit, and take root in India, Pakistan, and South Africa. The next most important factor, million world gap for the children not to read to at home. Parents who read to them 5 books a day help them to build vocabulary ahead of the kindergarten. Young children whose parents read them 5 books a day enter kindergarten having heard about 1.4 million words than children who were never read to, a study has found. This million word gap could be one key in explanation difference in vocabulary or reading development, said Jessica Logan, assistant professor of the Ohio State University of the US. Even children who are reading only 1 book a day will hear about 290,000 more words by age of 5 than those who don't regularly read books with a parent or caregiver. Kids who hear more words are going to be better prepared to see those words in the print when they enter school, said Ms. Logan, lead author of the study published in the Journal of the Development and Behavioral. The fact that we had so many parents who said they never or seldom read to their kids was pretty shocking to us. We wanted to figure out what that people might mean for the kids, she said. Investigating Investing for good health, investing for good health, investing for good health. Understanding policy contours is important while choosing the right cover. The first insurance we should consider buying a health insurance. Understanding which policy is best for you can fare complex. Let's look at the top 3 factors to consider: what is covered, what is not covered, and how much cover to take. Under hospitalization policies, you can claim expenses incurred in India for hospital stay, food, medicine, treatment, surgery, and medical professional fees. Many specified daycare procedures are also covered or related to hospitalities cost, including diagnostic test for 30 days and post hospitalization cost for 60 days. The next most important fact is cleaning up the mess. India needs a waste management policy that stresses the need for the decentralized garbage disposal practices. Hyperconsumption, 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 hyperconsumption is a curse of our modern times. Humans generate monumental accounts of waste, a sizable portion of which is disposed in the landfills and through waste to energy and incinerators. However, billions of the tons of the garbage, including microplastics, never make its landfills or the incinerators and end up in the ocean. This garbage chokes marine life and disturbs zooplankton, which are vital to the elimination of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Zooplankton, which are vital to the elimination of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Zooplankton, which are vital to the elimination of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Landfills are the seabeds of the methane and other greenhouse gases, which contribute to the global warming. These toxic chemicals poison the soil, and their leached runoff makes it the waste into the ocean. And while they are there to generate energy, waste incinerator cause health issues such as cancer. In India, nearly 60% of the household waste is wet organic waste with a low caloric value. This makes options such as waste to energy incinerator insufficient. We need to design incinerators that are suited to the Indian conditions. It does not seem overwhelming, but there are solutions to the garbage pandemic. Why I repeat this word? Because these are the some important words which you should note it down and use in your daily life. Pandemic through the crucial process of the material recycling and composing. Efficient composing is possible through a optimal combination of microbes and temperature to produce a nutrient-dense solid soil conditioner. Mathanji Swaminathan, in her article Economic and Political Weekly, sheds light on India's broken waste management system. In India, less than 60% of the waste is collected from the household and only 15% of the urban waste is processed. In India, less than 60% of waste is collected from the household and only 15% of urban waste is processed. There are several problems in India in how waste is treated. First, segregation of waste into organic, recyclable, and hazardous categories is not enforced at source. As a result, mixed waste lands up in the landfills where waste pickers in hazardous condition try to salvage the recyclables, which are poor quality and quantity by them. Second, ideally, waste management should not be affected free of cost to residents. Only if residents pay will they realize the importance of the segregation and recycling. And the segregation and recycling. Third, there is the issue of logistical contractors who are motivated to dump more garbage in landfills as their compensation is proportional to the tons of the waste. They are also prone to illegally dump waste at unauthorized sites to reduce transportation cost. Fourth, and importantly, organic farming and composting are not economically attractive to the Indian farmer as chemical pesticides are heavily subsidized and the compost is not efficiently marked. We need comprehensive waste management policy that stresses the need for decentralized garbage disposal practices. This will incentivize private players to participate. Unless these concerns are addressed, what will we tell our children who inherit this planet? That our greatest existential challenge, climate change, was also facilitated by garbage. This is a beautiful article on the garbage in the planning. About 85% of the Ujjwala beneficiaries in 4 states still use earthen stove. A study recommends that the scheme should move beyond benefits of women alone to change household behavior. The hidden truth of the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana being touted in the Bharatiya Janata Party's elections campaigning as one of the biggest successes of the incumbent of government with the most rural houses. Yeah, no doubt. Most of the people are taking, but most of the people are going to use this gas cylinder for their commercial use and they're not using for their homes. So thank you very much to watch my program. Wish you all the best. My programs are very highly useful for all competitive exams as well as knowledge is power. So increase your knowledge. You must share this program. And my best wishes to all of you that you must vote in 2019 election for the best person. Everybody know who is the best and one who is working hard. So thank you very much to watch my program. Wish you all the best. God bless you. God bless India.